Okay, let me explain. Let me explain before you do your judgy eyes about this haul, okay? Function of X, who I have been wanting to order from for quite some time. Well, let me say this. I've been wanting to order again from for quite some time. Had a sale. They had an April Fool's Day sale. This was not just any sale. They were doing 50 and 60% off. To be clear, they were doing 60, 50, 40, and 30. But it was all like discount codes that they posted. For my time, it was 2 a.m. It was midnight, April Fool's Day, Pacific time. So for my time, it was 2 a.m. So they had a code. They put some codes, I think, on their website. Or if you're subscribed to their emails, they sent you emails. Let me start unwrapping them while I talk. They would send the email with the codes. So I went to bed that night, set my alarm. Okay, what's going on here? Set my alarm for 2 a.m. And so basically, like, you can, if you have the code and you're one of the first 150 people to use that code, you get the 50% off. Then, once that code is used, you can get the 40% off. And once 150 people use that one, then you can get the, oh, that one's already open. Is it? Then you can get the 30% off. And then just all day long, they had the 15% off code. So if all those codes were used up, then you could use the other codes. I mean, the 15% off. I was able to get 50% off and 60% off. So I placed 2 orders. My first order, I got these fine prints. So it was a collection. Which ones did I? Yeah, I think it goes like this. So these were like the black, white, and then like skin toned colors. I'll show you. We're going to open them. So I got these, and then that was a bundle that I purchased. And then I got these 3 other colors, as well as a backup of the ceramic matte. And I think that's, oh no, and then I also got this palette, the senior discount palette. I got this. You know what? Is this lighting okay? No, it is not okay. Sorry about that. So that's what I got in the first order. Then I realized I could use the 60% off. So I went back. They had a little 2-step thing for you to do for that 60% off. I got this hex magnet. I got Black Void, so it's their black gel polish. Everything here is gel. I got this chrome palette. This is all stuff that I've been wanting to get. And then I got 3 of their Aura Melt. What are they called? Yeah, Aura Melt palettes. So I got those 2 palettes and this one. And the Devil Wears Press-Ons raves about these palettes. And I just knew it was, everything that I've gotten from them so far has been really good. So I just knew it was going to be good, all their stuff. And honestly, I haven't tried any of these things yet, but I have 3 of these fine print gels already. They're no wipe 3D art gels, and they work fantastic. I like everything that I've gotten. I love their matte coats. I have here, let me show you. I have their high def gloss. This is fantastic too. And I have the slick matte and the ceramic matte. They're very good, but girl, they are 20 doll hairs, each one of these. So when they had the 60% off, you knew that, honestly, I was telling myself, I wanted to re-up on the mattes, but I also wanted these palettes really badly. But I think they're $25 a piece. I just could not. I couldn't do it. But when the 60% off sale came, that was it. I jumped on that. So I feel like I got a good deal. So in my defense, I did not pay full price, and I got a really good deal. Okay, what I have behind the camera is some swatch sticks with white so we can do our aura powders. I'm not going to swatch all these. That is 9 times. I'm not going to swatch 27 powders. Sorry. This is not going to happen. But I am going to swatch probably 6 of them. And I matted them out with the ceramic matte top coat. So we can do some swatching of the aura powders. And then I did 3 of these. This is half black, half white, so that we can do a little swatcheroo of this chrome palette. I love the idea of this chrome palette. I love the idea of the chromes being in a palette. This I really, really like. I also like a pressed chrome. I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I am no longer going to be purchasing loose powder chromes, because one big sneeze and that's it. If you bought that from Sweetie Nail Supply, that $12 chrome is gone, very much gone. Okay, and that free shipping threshold is $100, so we're not doing that anymore. Okay, so let me see. Do I have to all these are already, since I already got this package, I took all the seals off of them already, which were a bear. I still cannot understand for the life of me why we cannot put a little tab on the side here and pull it off. Why are you charging somebody $20 or whatever dollars for one? Actually, I think when you buy them in the bundle, it's like $10 a piece for each. I'm gonna say 10 or 12. This is for one gel paint. Put a tab. Hey, not just Function of X. Gel polish people in these pots, if you're listening, put a tab on these. Don't have us out here having to get special tools to cut this open. Tab. Okay, I've seen people do it before. These Korean companies are doing it. You do it too. Okay, so what are we doing first, guys? Let's do these powders. Let's do these powders. I'm gonna put some of this stuff aside. It is a lot of things, guys. Oh, and it came with a little bag of that thing. Let's put some of this aside. We're going to go in with these powders first, and we'll swatch these. Okay. So I already have some out. So we'll do 2 from each palette. This one is called the Aura Melt Passion palette. Cute names. Let's go in with this purple. So these are just supposed to be really good pigments. Nice. And let's go in with that pink. Oh, maybe I can do one more. See how vibrant they come out? You really don't have to put any effort into these. From what I had seen on other creators' channels, you don't, it works so well. See what I'm saying? The pigment is there. You don't have to do much with these. I have a palette from, I'm not trying to put down, I really like a lot of Nail Couture products. I have a palette from them. I really thought I did like it initially. It's got like the neon, it's their pigment palette. I can't get half of those to work for me, and I'm very disappointed. Very, very disappointed in that Nail Couture palette. It had so much potential. Look at that, guys. You see what I'm saying? I knew this was going to be like, I knew this was a good idea to get these pigments. They are so good. I don't have to... Girl, those other pigments, you have to keep putting layers and layers and layers. Now, the only thing, I think there might be one more palette. I don't see a white. Let's see here. No, there's no white in that one. And there's no white in this one, but there is a black in this one. And white is one that I use a lot. So, gosh, I hope there's not a fourth palette that I didn't get, because I don't want to buy any more of these. And I don't foresee myself purchasing from Function. I have a lot of their things. I don't foresee myself purchasing from Function of X anytime, in the near future. And that's because the prices are just, they don't have a lot of coupon codes going all the time. I made my first purchase with them, and then in that purchase there was a discount code for 20% off. Let's say it was 20% off. And I thought, oh, there was other things that I wanted to get. So, oh, sorry, I didn't mention, this is the Aura Melt Power palette, and this one was an Ormelt Groove palette. So I wanted other things, and then I was like, oh, 20% off, that's not bad, you know? But honestly, like I said, just one of their, this is $20 for a matte top coat. I said 20 in case for the people in the back that didn't hear me. It's and there's no none of that free shipping over 35. And no, I think you have to buy like $100. It's just, I'm sorry, it's unrealistic, and they are great products. I want to stress that I like the products, and I do agree. You're going to have to pay for quality. You have to pay a little bit more most of the time. Most of the time, you have to pay a little bit more. But no. I'm not going to do that full price thing for Function of X. So that's why I made 3 purchases. The first one was full price. The second one I used that 20% off coupon, and this time I got the 50 and the 60% off. Okay, and let's do this one next. This one I had been eyeing. This is a Manic Pixie Chrome. So you see I like the way that they put the little indicator on top here of what color shift or what shade that is. This is a very beautiful palette. Let's get another one of these guys. I have black swatch sticks, but for whatever reason, I don't know. I've done this before once on a video where I was swatching, and I had very little success with the black swatch sticks. Look at that. That is so nice. Look. That is so good. I didn't even have to work hard on this, guys. I did not have to work hard. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I don't think these have name. This does not have names. So they don't have a name for each one of these colors, but you see where we're going with this. Okay. So I don't think I'll have to use all 3 of these swatch sticks. I can do the stripes like this. These are no fuss chromes. I had mentioned this before in one of my videos. Chromes are definitely one of the items that I feel like, yes, you kind of do have to spend a little bit more on this type of product to get it to work. Every single one of these so far, no fuss. In my last Sweetie haul, I had to work a little bit more with those chromes. Sorry about that. So there's 4 of the colors. Gorgeous. They're so good. So good. See, I told you guys I was not going to be disappointed. Do you guys throw these away after each use, or do you wash them? I know they're disposable, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be washing these. All right, we got 2 more colors. So I'm pressing too hard. I'm going way too hard with these. So this one is now the blue. They're kind of like just, basic. I'm going to use my finger for that last one. They're your basic colors, but they're perfect. It's everything you need. I don't think you need any other chromes if you have this palette. Right? What do you guys think? I think this chrome palette is fantastic. Let me put this kind of together for you. Now, those 2, this one and this one are a little similar, but one is more like a purple blue and one is just like a straight up blue. But they're great nonetheless. It's a really nice palette to have. I think I would leave this on my desk. This is a great palette. Okay. What else are we doing here? We are going in with, let's talk about these fine prints. So you can use these for isolating chrome. So if you do I was going to say a ceramic base. No, if you do a matte base and then you put these on top, you can do the isolated chrome thing. You know what? Let me go pull the other ones that I have. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I already have the shade Tokyo. That's a bright like neon green. And I also had this one, which I use for isolated chrome a lot. It's a darker, kind of like a silver. It's a dark silver. And I'll put that over, sorry, I keep wanting to call it ceramic base. I put that over a matte base and do my nail art, and then put the chrome on top of this, and it works fantastic. All right, so those are the two that I already had, which prompted me to buy these. And so this one is called Slip. It is simply a black one. I'm gonna get so much use out of this. Plus, these are 8 grams. That's a lot of product. I can't see myself having to buy, you know, one of these or replace one of these for a long time. So that is the black, and then this is, of course, the white. And then, so those black and white were part of this bundle, right? So it came with a bundle of 6, and then this one is the shade Stone. Now, how come for all the rest of these, we are putting the color that it is on top? But for Stone, we did not. We went with, and by the way, is this, does this gold color remind you of Stone? Okay, I feel like there's another name that we could have come up with for this one, but nonetheless, that is a gold shade. Then we have the shade Kintsugi. Oh, so we're not doing it for all of these. Okay, and this is kind of like this is a gray. I would call this gray. Yeah, a really, really nice gray. So I guess we're not doing that. And then this one's called Bisque. And these are kind of like skin tone. You can do some really nice skin toned artwork with these. This last one is called Terra. That's a great nude. Okay, and then these were the 3 additional colors that I purchased. I don't think I'll be buying any more of these fine print because I do have a lot at this point. This one is called Caution, and it is such a beautiful bright orange color. That is a really fun color. Gonna get a lot of use of that out of that one. This one is called Rush, and it's a basic red. And last but not least, we have the color Nemesis, and this is a basic green. So I got a lot of good basic colors out of this collection. So I do have gel paints. I've got a couple of Madame Glam, I've got some Tino Vo, but none of these, my gel paints are no wipe. So these are no wipe. That makes a huge difference to me. Okay, then I got this palette, and this one is called the Senior Discount Palette. I believe these are like a sheer color. So let's see, the directions say prep brush with base gel, run a small amount of base through the brush until bristles soften. Scoop a small amount of static gel. A little goes a long way with prep brush. Begin painting. Okay, so let's try that out. It's basically saying that you need to, so what do we have? Five colors here. And it comes with a little brush there. Let's use the brush that it comes with. It's basically saying put some base coat on the brush and then, and then use the product. So we will do that. We will do just that. Let's get a palette out. Let's get some base coat. And let's see what this does. Actually, I'm going to dunk the brush in a little bit of alcohol first. Okay, so I haven't had anything like this before where you have to use this process. Ooh, okay, I pushed way too hard in there. I'm gonna have to move this out of the way so you guys can see. Ooh. That is so cool. That is a really pretty, like, jelly blue. That is so pretty. Okay, I am gonna have to put this here. Clean off the brush. Okay, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use the same brush, but let's do it again. So let's take some base coat. Let's go into this orange one. Or is it yellow? Oh yeah, okay. This one is, let me grab a paper towel so that we can see this stuff a little bit better. I mean, what's the point of all these swatches if you can't see them? So it's a nice sheer jelly yellow. I really love jelly colors. And this is pretty cool. So I guess, you know, you can layer these. Very cool. I like it. I like it already, guys. All right, clean this guy off again. Go into the base coat. Maybe I'll put it over this guy this time. And let's go into this, I think it's a green. Yeah, you can't really see it that well over the black. But there it is over the white. A really nice green. These colors are fantastic. I love them. All right, we got 2 more, guys. 2 more, and I think that's it for this little haul. We have, let's do, okay, so they said base first. Ooh. Purple. You know that my dogs only want to chew on their bones when I'm filming. So if you hear that crumbling in the background, I apologize. But they just don't know how to act. They do not know how to act when I turn the camera on. All right, let's just do one more so that these dogs can finish crunching away on those bones. I bet you they'll stop as soon as I turn this camera off. And here we go with the red. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm excited to have this. So let me put it up against that white background. So the colors are not earth-shattering. You've seen these colors before. But I will say this. I love a palette. And they are definitely beautiful. They are definitely what I expected. And they came through. I'm really happy to have these in my collection and excited to start using them for like spring and summer, you know, nail art. So let's just hold these up a little bit for you guys to see a little bit better. All right, so there we go. All right, I'm glad I was able to share this haul with you guys. Hopefully nobody was being judgy out there. And I'm gonna clean all this up, put it away, and get to work. I've actually been working on a set that this is kind of like a rough draft. Let's call it a rough draft of what I'm working on. I still got to get the pointer and the ring finger, but I'm gonna redo this Bud Light nail. This is Post Malone. I did a nail decal, and that is a cat eye with the word Posty. And so I think I'm going to use the Aura Melt powders to help finish this one off. I'm really excited to do this nail set and get it completed. Very excited about it. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for spending time with me, you guys. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.